What's going on today, guys? We just did a big old haul here on the garden, the Super Hots. Like I said, these are all for sale, and the more you buy, the more you save. So if you buy 25 for $25, you get 25 pods for $25. You buy 50 of them, you get them for $35. You buy 100 of them, you get them for $50, and so on. It just gets cheaper and cheaper as you buy more and more. So like I said, get a hold of me at jesseshort66@gmail.com. Just saying you want some peppers. I take cash, check, money order, or Western Union. And as soon as I receive payment, I will send you the tracking information with the tracking number, and they'll be there in a couple days. I guarantee you'll get them. If you don't, if for some reason I check with the postal company and it ends up in New Mexico or something, I'll make it right. I'll send you some more. So, I guarantee you'll get them because I'll get confirmation from the post office that they arrived. So, um, but like I said, these are all for sale and they're going fast. I've already sold over 400 of them the other day, and I'd get them now while you can because pretty soon, they're going to be gone. It's getting close to fall and these things will not wait. So we only have 2 chocolate primatellis right now, but there's hundreds on the plant. They take a long time, more than anything, to ripen. We got some Thor Thunderbolts. Unfortunately, this plant ended up being very small, and these pods were very small, but, it is what it is. Definitely not doing them again. We got some Cotton Candy Bubblegum 7-pot, and you can see how the color runs into the calyx. Starts getting that, orangey color. We got a bunch of Gator jigsaws, and these guys are hot. These are like at least like 1.5 million Scoville heat units to get that nice mustard color there. These guys are hot and they're really good. So if nobody buys these up, I'm turning them into powders or flakes. And even Johnny Scoville said that these would be wonderful as a powder or flake. And I'm getting customized grinder bottles, so that way you can just grind them, onto your pizza or chili or whatever. And they're only $30 for the grinder bottles, or just the plain shaker bottles will be 25. And again, guys, with all my stuff, shipping is included. You don't have to pay for it. So I take all the cost for the shipping. All you gotta do is pay for the peppers, and you're golden. No pun included with the golden peppers. But we also have some red Sylvanias or Sylvia. Guys, honestly, I don't know. But this was supposed to be a Carolina Reaper. It turned out to be this. I don't know if I got ripped off on the seeds or what, but it's extremely prolific. And these guys are between 300 and 577,000. So it's a very good habanero, regardless. We got some red UFOs. I got a bunch of purples on there. I'm just waiting for them to all ripen. Either way, the purple or the red, they're both very good. The red's a little hotter. If you want a little more milder, I can send you the purples. They both taste good. Um, let's see here. We have one 7-pot Primo red. I just sold a bunch of them, so that's why I only have one of them. These I thought was Fatales at one point. It was actually supposed to be a big mustard mama, and I did get a big mustard mama, but the other seed turned out to be these. And at first I thought they were yellow Fatales, but then after I looked up yellow Fatales, they're a lot bigger. So I'm thinking these are the ahi lemon or the lemon drop. I've already gotten 300 peppers plus whatever's here, which is probably another 50 or 60. So I've already gotten 350, 360 on the plant, and there's at least another 300. So it's extremely prolific, and I'm definitely doing that again next year. These guys are little kisses of death. They do burn. They are sinister. They say that the lemon ahi or the ahi lemon or lemon drop, whatever you want to call them, is 30 to 55,000. To me, they taste a lot hotter than that. It burned about third of what I had. The warthog that I'll be growing next year because I got seeds from Matthew Arthur, real warthog seeds, not imitation, the real thing. That hurt the worst, and the chocolate primatelli was the second, and these were the third. So I don't know if this is just a variant of the Fatali, or if it's a lemon drop or ahi lemon. I don't know honestly, guys, maybe in the comments you can tell me what these guys are. You know, it looks like a Hahi lemon or a lemon drop, but the heat doesn't match. They're a lot hotter than 30 to 55,000 Scoville heat units. So right now it's a mystery pepper. I don't know, like, again, if I got ripped off or maybe just a rogue seed got put in, you know, and when people sell seeds, you know, it sometimes, you know, it happens, you know, a seed makes it into the packet. So I'm actually going to grow the Big Mama mustard again next year and do 2 seeds and 2 different plants and see if I get the same thing or if I get the Big Mama mustard. I'm not really going to grow it in big pots. I'm just going to be more of like a 1-gallon experimental on the side just to see if I get this again. I'm definitely going to save seeds from this and do this in a big pot because it's so prolific. But the seeds I got from the supplier that I got it from, Sherwood Seeds, is definitely
usually pretty good.
Yeah, it's usually pretty good. Yeah, it's almost everything I've gotten from them is pretty good. The only thing that I didn't get was was supposed to be a 7-pot pink, and I got a 7-pot red, and then the other one was a 7-pot pink. But I just found out that Matthew Arthur created that last year, and it's unstable. So that's why one was red. Hey, next year it might be orange. Who knows? You know, but we'll see. But as you can see, it's extremely prolific, and these guys have a really nice bite, and this is going to make a really, really good hot sauce. I'm going to make a hot sauce into these guys for sure. Like I said, the red UFOs, you know, it's a good plant. I don't know if I'm going to do it next year. I'll probably do it the year after. I do like it, but it's hard to get the seeds to germinate. But the flavor of the seeds, or flavor of the peppers is more mild, and I really enjoy it. So for people that don't like really, really hot stuff, that's really good for them. But like I said, the plant doesn't get that big, and it's not really prolific. So it's kind of up in the weeds for now. We got some sweet bananas here. We're not getting a bunch off the plants, mainly because they're in the grow boxes and all the super hots are overtaking them. So we got some in the beginning of the year, then it slowed down when it was super hot outside, and now they're starting to come back. We got some, we got a red one here. We're going to turn into chipotle and make some good salsa with that, and a bunch of big boys and some Romas. They just have to get a little more ripe. And if you look over here in the fridge, we have, I mean, just a whole box full of. Now the big boys cracked a little bit. You know, it happens. You know, it should have taken them off a little sooner, but we can cut around that. But I mean, it's just Roma after Roma. I mean, they're in big boys as far as the eyes can see. We got some big old bells. We got some big old bells on there, and there's about at least another 50 bells on the 3 plants we have out there. They're just juveniles. So, but no, guys, we're doing the salsa for either $8 or $10 for a pint, or $15 for a quart. But to send that through the mail, it's going to cost a fortune. So, unfortunately, you know, if you want to pay the shipping, go ahead. I can't include shipping with that. It would just cost. I would lose money on it. But these guys, I can include shipping, and the powders or the flakes, which has the customized grinder bottles for 30, the shaker bottle, the normal, you know, shaker bottle for 25. I can include the shipping on that. But yeah, if you're in the Fayetteville, Pennsylvania area, we're going to be at the Antique Fayetteville Market on Fridays and Saturdays. You can feel free to come down and get 1 pepper or get 100 peppers. Like I said, the more you buy, the more you save. And I can bargain with you. You know, I'll work with you. I'm not one of these people who'll be like, oh, no, you got to do it. You know, only thing I do require is 25 peppers for $25 for shipping. I can't go any less than $25 for 25 peppers. You can order more peppers, you know, and I'll still include shipping. So you can do like 100 peppers for $50, and I'll still include shipping. But I can't go any less than that because it costs like $12 for flat rate, and I'm only making like literally 12, 13 bucks. You know, I'm not making a fortune off you guys. So just enough to put some food on the table. You know how it is. So pretty good haul here. Pretty good. You know, lick for the day. Like I said, you know, these guys are small, but they got a really good peachy flavor. Oh, I wanted to show you. We have a Purple Peach Reaper that actually had a twin. I'm going to be trying this guy tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. But yeah, this guy is weird. This is a Purple Peach Reaper. You can see the spikes on them. That's how you know they're hot, because they have these spikes. And yeah, they got like this parasitic twin that almost like grew out the side. I also have a Sylvia pepper that has two of them growing side by side, and they almost, I don't know if it's a twin or if they grew together, but you can actually, over up to the light, you can actually see the seeds in there. So it's kind of weird. So I'm going to try it. This is estimated to be around 1.5 to 2 million. Pretty hot. So we'll see if it's hotter than the regular Carolina Reaper. Like I said, I was supposed to get Carolina Reapers, but, you know, seeds just didn't match up. But, you know, definitely next year we're doing the Warthog. And I'm telling you guys, the hype is real. Don't sit there and believe any of them naysayers that says, oh, the Warthog is not that hot, or the internet says it's only 1.2 million. Trust me, guys. I had a little bit of dried placenta, or a little bit of dried that came with the seeds. And no, I did not try a fresh pepper, but I did try that little bit that Matthew Arthur gave me with the seeds. And I tell you, immediate burn. As soon as I put it in my mouth, it was searing burn straight up. Not like a ghost pepper where it slowly climbed. Like with the chocolate primatelli, I could last 5-10 minutes. Is it hot? Hell yeah. I mean, it's super hot. But with the Warthog, it went straight up, and then it had a false peak. It literally went up, and then I was like, yeah, it's not going to get any hotter. And then like 2 minutes later, boom, it went up even higher. And I'm sucking on the ice cream like I'm a mama on a tit. You know, I'm telling you, it was crazy, guys. But yeah, these guys are for sale, and I'll have a lot more of these, so get a hold of me on them 3 ways I told you. JesseShort66@gmail.com. 717-372-5804. Leave a message just saying you want some hot peppers with your name and number, and I'll call you back. Or get a hold of me on Facebook, Jesse Lee, Jesse Short, Jesse Lee, Lee, and then Jesse, Jesse Short, Short. That's what I'm under Facebook. I don't know why, but I am. Jesse Lee, Jesse Short. You'll see me with my black fedora and all that. So, yeah, I mean, you won't be disappointed. These guys are good. They're super hot. They make awesome sauces. They make awesome powders, you know, and I can turn any of these into any powders, flakes, whatever you want. You can customize it if you want. I could sell you nothing but chocolate primatellis if you want. You know, if you want 25 of them, I can sell you 25 of them. So, whatever you guys want, I got. But they are going fast, and they are not going to last forever. So, like I said, if you want them, I got them, and I can guarantee you they're going to be cheaper than anybody selling online. Because most people online are selling $25, $35 for 25 peppers, and they won't verge off of that, and I will. Because this is my first year, and I'm willing to work with you guys. So, but yeah, that's about it for today. So we'll see y'all in the next video. I'm Jesse for Jesse Co Peppers. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell, and so you get notified every time I make a video. We'll see you next time, guys. Peace.